First of all, I should say thanks to the faculty of the Department of Hindi at St. Peter's College, and to invite us and give the opportunity for speech about Iranian movement in my country. So my speech topic about women movement in Iran. The first I want to start with say about one poetry from poetess Parvin Bawafa, and the name of the poetry is Who Am I? که من پروین فروغ شهر ایرانم، نه پوراندخت، نه آذردخت، نه آتوسا، نه پانتا، بلکه آرتمیس سپهسالار ایران در نبرد پارس و یونانم. The translate of that is, I would like you to know that I'm Parvin, as a shining star on the sky of Persian poetry. I'm neither Purandokht nor Azardokht. I'm neither Atusa nor Panta. I'm not like that or this. I am Artemis, the admiral of all Iranian fleet and marines in the battle of Persian Empire and Greece. Women rights. Women's rights are the fundamental human rights that were enshrined by the United Nations for every human being on the planet nearly 70 years ago. Women in Iran. Iranian women describe the history, participation, aspiration, and the role of women in Iran. The position of women in ancient Persia till today, I divided to 7 periods, and we can. I want to talk about ancient Persia and Achaemenid Empire, Sasanian period, Qajar period, Constitutional Revolution, Pahlavi era, and about Islamic Republic of Iran period. About ancient Persia, women in ancient Iran during the reign of the king of Elam was dominated by the women in Iran. And among the most famous are Lady Artemis, who had been in the Greek troops in Khashayar. Herodotus said, I wish Iranian men had the courage of Artemis. Artemis, it's the first and the only female Persian Darya Salar. It's a naval commander. In generally, women in Iran could have had a higher income and the size of men in the ancient times, and could have been in the army, the same as men. They were equal men in that moment. About the Achaemenid Empire and the original Persian as actually, or Achaemenid Empire as established by Cyrus the Great in the 6th century. And actually in this duration, which it's a period of the beginning formation of the land of areas, the woman, the intellectual level of the woman was dominate. During this duration, the woman has a salary duration of the pregnancy, and they will get the reward for to give the birth to each child. So this was the position of the woman in that moment. And about the Sasanian period, In the Sasanian period, women had a more salary right than men in that women, and more than salary more than women in Rome. In that period, Purandokht was a woman who reigned in more than 10 Asian countries of today. And actually, the history of a feminist in the world does not last more than 150 years. But Purandokht, the Iranian king of the Sasanian period, 1,400 years ago, spoke the first Iranian feminist speech. In Qajar period, duration it's 1796 to 1925, women were at the lower level than the men. And investigation of 1853 and 1852 from Tehran shows that only 1% of women owned property in that Qajar duration. But in the same situation and the same duration which the woman has a lower levels, the one lady whose name Zainab Pasha was an Iranian woman who lived during the Qajar period. She's most notable for her role in tobacco protest and the beginning of the Iranian constitutional revolution, for leading a group of women in the uprising city of Tabriz by attacking wealthy merchants. About the duration of constitutional revolution. During the political transformation of the constitutional revolution, the activity of the exterior woman increased. And about another duration, which is Pahlavi era, in that moment, in 1933, Reza Shah Pahlavi, after meeting with Mustafa Kemal Atatürk in Turkey, beginning the take a step of improve the position of women. He ordered educational institution, particularly in the University of Tehran, to enroll the girls. In this duration, the first time women won the right to vote and nominate. And duration is this period, two women, which is Farahru Parsa and Mahnaz Afghani, served as ministers. There were also many women in political groups, the most prominent of which of the most important and famous of the women in that area, it was Ashraf Dehghani. But now in Iran, Islamic Republic of Iran, after the revolution, high school girls and boys separation from each other. And after this revolution, women have been present in government position or have been elected as MPs. In this duration, we have an Iranian lady, name is Shirin Ebadi, become the first Iranian Nobel laureate, and another Iranian lady, which we called Anousheh Ansari, become the first Iranian space woman. This is actually so brief about the movement, Iranian movement, because I know we don't have so much time to speak. So really thank you so much.